Liz here from Small Farm Diaries. I just walked down to our bore pump and I thought it's a good opportunity to show you the bore pump and talk a bit about water on small farms. So I say to everyone, water on your property is the most important thing. If you haven't got water, you really can't grow anything else. So you really need to invest in water infrastructure and diversifying your water infrastructure as early as possible, and then worry about what else you're going to do. So what I mean by diversifying is you're collecting rainwater from your roof in tanks, you're collecting rainwater in dams, you're getting a bore if you can to access some underground water, and you're just giving yourself every opportunity, because most places in Australia we can't rely on regular rainfall. Maybe further up in the tropics you can rely on rainfall for your water needs. You might have a creek or a river, but even then, how reliable is that water supply? So I really recommend that you look at all your water options and invest in water infrastructure, just to give yourself that security that even in a dry year you're going to have water for your garden, for your animals, for your house, for yourselves. And that will just give you some peace of mind, and then you can go ahead and develop everything else that you want to do on your farm. So we installed this solar bore pump setup about 7 years ago. It's only a very shallow bore. We were lucky to find water about, I think it's about 10 meters deep, 10 or 12, so it's really quite shallow. And then we set it up with the solar panels and a bore pump because we didn't want to have to set up a windmill. And we've got a really good location here. We get plenty of sun, so it was ideal to set up the solar panels. And so what we have set up here is we can pump the bore just straight into this holding tank and trough for when we have cattle in this paddock. But actually the main purpose and the reason we have so many solar panels is to give us enough power to pump to the top of this hill up here. So I think it was about 40 meters of head that we had to pump up. So it's really at the limit of the pump, and hence the extra solar panels there. But it does work. So we have a tank right at the top of the hill there. The pump pumps directly up to that tank, and then that tank feeds down to some troughs that we have lower on the property. So we've got a nice setup here. We've got one valve that goes off into the local holding tank. We've just got one offtake valve that's not connected to anything, and then this valve is going up the pipeline all the way to the top of the hill. So we can either pump to the tank down here or the tank up the top. And then that's our bore head. And we just put that drum over it when we're not needing to access it regularly. And this is the setup under the solar panels, where we just put a box over the control box to keep it out of the sun. So it's surprising how little sun you need to actually pump. I can hear the pump running now. It's about 5 o'clock in the afternoon. The sun is nearly gone down behind the trees, but there's still enough sun hitting these solar panels to activate the pump. So it's pretty amazing. We've come down here on quite cloudy days and found that it is pumping. So it's really good technology. So the advantages of a solar pump system versus a windmill is just less moving parts and less things to break. It's a lot more accessible. The solar panels and the controller just came out of the box and we just plugged it in. It was that easy. We have run into some issues with the pump, which I think would have happened even with a windmill setup, because we get a lot of sand into our bore. And so the rotor that moves on the pump sometimes wears out and then it doesn't pump as well. So we do replace that occasionally, but that's easy enough. We just pull it up. And being lucky that we only have a shallow bore, it's easy enough to pull it up and replace that rotor and if you have a deeper bore, you just need a process to safely pull all of that pipework out of the bore and replace the pump if you need to. So that was just a bit of information about water on small farms and a bit of a look at our solar bore pump setup. If you have any questions about that, please let me know. Happy to talk about this one for a long time. And hope you enjoyed that installment of Small Farm Diaries. See you later.